If you're thinking about grabbing the Razer Basilisk Ultimate because it promises wireless freedom and blazing fast response times, hold on, because what I found might just change your mind. This mouse advertises 25% faster wireless speeds than its competitors and optical switches that are 3 times quicker than traditional mechanical ones. But here's what surprised me. Despite all that tech, there are some frustrating issues that many users overlook before buying. In fact, the Basilisk Ultimate might not be the flawless gaming mouse you hoped for. So if you want to know the real story before pulling the trigger, stick around because I'm about to reveal everything you need to know. Spoiler alert. It's not all rainbows and RGB. Let me first say who this review is for. If you're a competitive gamer or someone who treats gaming gear like serious business, you need something that delivers reliability and precision without compromise. The Razer Basilisk Ultimate talks a big game on paper, wireless with ultra-low latency, up to 100-hour battery life, 11 programmable buttons, and customizable RGB lighting through Razer Synapse 3. Sounds like a dream, right? But let's dig deeper because the devil is always in the details. This mouse comes packed with features, including a multifunction paddle you can customize. It even boasts an eye-catching RGB charging dock and rapid charging that gives you 5 hours of gameplay in just 10 minutes. Impressive stuff, but does it live up to the hype? Buckle up. Now here's the thing that caught me off guard. Razer's hyperspeed wireless technology claims to cut latency drastically, offering true wireless freedom. That promise is tempting if you hate the clutter of cables or want to upgrade from a wired setup. However, several users have reported occasional connectivity dropouts and interference issues despite this advanced tech. It's not a deal-breaker, but when you're in a heated gaming session, a blink of disconnection can ruin your momentum. Imagine unleashing your ultimate move, only for your mouse signal to falter for a split second. That's nightmare fuel. My first thought, if this mouse is 25% faster, why are we still dealing with hiccups? The truth is, wireless doesn't always mean problem-free. And what about the famed Razer optical mouse switches, which supposedly register clicks at the speed of light? On paper, these should provide a snappy, ultra-responsive feel that every gamer craves. But some users have experienced inconsistent click feedback and even premature double-clicking problems. Could this be a rare defect or a design flaw? Either way, it's something to be cautious about since responsiveness is non-negotiable in competitive play. Also, the tactile feel might not suit everyone. Some gamers prefer a firmer mechanical click, while the optical switch sometimes feels too light or mushy under fingers. So if you're picky about button feedback, this might leave you wanting more. That said, let's talk battery life because it's one of the Basilisk Ultimate's biggest selling points. True to its word, the mouse can last up to a whopping 100 hours on a single charge, which is amazing by wireless standards. Plus, the included magnetic charging dock is a thoughtful addition that doubles as a stylish RGB display piece on your desk. Quick charging means you're almost never out of the game, which is a huge plus for marathon sessions. Still, you might find charging the mouse a bit inconvenient since it requires the dock. It's not USB-C or wireless charging on the go. So if your battlefield is mobile, this might cramp your style. Also, the dock's RGB settings can be a bit overwhelming for those who prefer simple setups. Something else to keep in mind is the software. Razer Synapse 3 is powerful, offering deep customization for the 11 programmable buttons and chroma RGB lighting, but it's not the most user-friendly. Beginners might find the learning curve steep and the software occasionally buggy. The macro customization is robust, sure, but syncing profiles and stability issues can be a headache. Plus, Razer Synapse requires a persistent internet connection to unlock all features, which isn't ideal if you're offline or privacy conscious. So while the software seems like a plus, it might frustrate those who want something plug-and-play. Now here's a lighter moment. I found it amusing that Razer calls this mouse the Basilisk Ultimate, probably because it's supposed to poison your opponents with precision. But honestly, sometimes it felt like the mouse was playing tricks on me, occasionally freezing mid-game or lagging just when I was about to pull off a clutch kill. Must be a basilisk curse, right? Joke aside, this mouse has personality, sometimes lovable, sometimes maddening. Another funny note: the multifunction paddle on the side makes it look like a spaceship control panel, but if you're using gloves or have larger hands, it might feel cramped. So no matter how much you love tech, ergonomics matter, and this mouse walks a fine line. Let's address the elephant in the room: the price. The Razer Basilisk Ultimate isn't cheap. It's a premium mouse with a price tag to match. For gamers on a budget or those who don't want to risk issues with connectivity or click reliability, there are cheaper alternatives that might outperform in key areas. On Amazon, it holds a solid 4.5-star average from many reviewers, but that means there are plenty of mixed experiences. If that worries you, checking out other models like Logitech's G Pro Wireless or SteelSeries Rival 650 might be worth your time. However, if you're all in on Razer's ecosystem and love their aesthetic, this could be your dream mouse despite some quirks. Before you decide, here's a quick recap. The Basilisk Ultimate delivers superb wireless speed, a fantastic battery life, and tons of customization. But beware of occasional wireless dropouts, click inconsistencies, and a learning curve with software. If these are deal breakers, you might want to look elsewhere. However, if you value that ultra-fast wireless tech, love RGB flair, and don't mind tinkering with settings, this mouse will hold its own in any gaming library. Still curious? Here's a twist: you might not even notice some of these issues in everyday use unless you're a hardcore gamer grinding ranked matches or FPS tournaments. Casual gamers or streamers who appreciate style and convenience probably won't care much. The Basilisk Ultimate shines brightest in controlled environments with good wireless conditions. Think clean desks, minimal interference, and plenty of time to fine-tune Synapse software. So if you fit that description, this mouse could wow you, especially with its high DPI sensor and extreme low latency. If not, you risk frustration. So what about ergonomics and build quality? Razer nailed the Basilisk's ergonomic design for right-handed users, supporting your palm with a comfortable thumb rest and an easy-to-grip textured surface. The mouse feels solid but light enough to whip around without fatigue. However, some people have noted that the thumb paddle can be accidentally pressed during intense moments, throwing off gameplay. The scroll wheel is tactile and precise, but can be noisy, so maybe not ideal if you're streaming or gaming in quiet spaces. On a positive note, the build materials feel premium and durable. No creaks or flimsy plastic here. To inject a little humor again, I joked with a friend that this mouse might secretly be a toy for a robot overlord because it buzzes like a tiny spaceship when you're charging it on the dock. And if you ever lose that dock, good luck. Charging without it is as elusive as finding a unicorn in a gamer lounge. So if you buy, keep that dock safe. Funny how peripherals now come with accessories that can sometimes be more important than the main device itself. In closing, here's what I want you to remember. The Razer Basilisk Ultimate is not perfect, but it is packed with technology designed to give you an edge on the battlefield. It's a mouse that promises speed, precision, and customization, but demands patience and some troubleshooting. If you're the type of gamer who thrives on tweaking every button, color, and macro through Synapse, and you have a clean, interference-free setup, this mouse will more than repay your investment. However, if you prefer something reliable out of the box without any quirks, look elsewhere. Overall, the Basilisk Ultimate stands out with its next-gen wireless tech, incredible battery life, and gamer-centric features that few mice in its class can match. With 11 programmable buttons, optical switches, and lightning-fast connectivity, it's designed for gamers looking to dominate. But it's not for everyone. So, if you want to experience this mouse firsthand, check the link in the description below for the best price on Amazon. Keep in mind prices change fast, so don't wait too long if you decide to buy. And remember, every tech has its trade-offs. This one just might surprise you in good and bad ways. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more honest reviews, and let me know in the comments what your experience with the Basilisk Ultimate is. Whether you love it or hate it, your input helps the gaming community make smarter choices. Game on!